Okay, guys, here we are. Welcome back. Just want to let you guys know we're going to be covering these three books today. The reason why we're covering these three is because we're going to be working on the driver's seat. So we're going to show you everything we got to do for the driver's seat. And then when we come back in the following video, following up from this, we'll be working on the passenger seat. So let's enjoy this ride as we go on building the entire driver's seat. 57 comes with this nice fancy seat. I will have to tell you that this seat is actually pretty cool. Feels like a real seat almost. Has the texture of it, but does not have that cloth feel to it. It's very flexible, very rubbery, but it does have that feel, like, as if you were going over the fabric and feeling those little tiny bumps. So that's pretty good about that. Other than that, guys, let's go ahead and put this thing together. If you haven't followed us on our Ecto 1 build when we built the seats for that vehicle, it's very much the same. So first things first is you have this nice foam piece. All right, it's kind of like a memory foam. You're going to go ahead and place that on the inside here. Okay, this is what's going to help us keep our seats composure as we have it built finally. All right, and that's all part of step one. Step two, you're going to have to put it in to where all this is facing up. That's these little ports and everything, okay? And there's a reason for that, okay? You can't just put it on this way, okay? The reason why is pretty simple, guys. We have to make it so that we can use these and they're going to clip on. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to put this in just like that, and then you're going to just put the rubber right on top. And of course, now that that is all completed, we have 6 of the DP screws, and those are all going to go into these little slots, which will then secure the seat to the plastic, securing the foam underneath. And there you have it, guys. All 6 are put in. Just remember, all right, that you're going to have step 3 where you're going to do these 3, and then you're going to have step 4, which is these 3, and then once you're done, voila, the seat is now completed. It has its cushion, so it'll go right back up, you know. So if they ever come up with a figure that can sit in this Knight Rider car, just know it'll be able to sit in a actual cushion. So this is pretty cool. I think this is really cool. Other than that, guys, we're going to move on. Okay, so we have all the parts for 57. We have our BP screws, which is basically going to help us with this. They still do have the letter L there, so you know it is for the left side. Now, if you remember how we have it, this is the flat side. This is the side with the little openings. So first things first, we're going to do step one. Step one, we're going to basically put these two together. Okay, and the way that is going to go is that this piece will face this way, and then we're going to have the other piece facing the other way. All right, and it has to be able to move, so that's how we're going to do it, guys. Now that we have that connected, we have to bring back our seat, which is right here. Now you'll see that there is a hole on the side, and then you'll see another piece here, here, and here. Okay, so the way it's going to go is you're going to kind of flip the seat upside down, and then you're going to then place this piece kind of like this, and you're going to slide it into those 2 slots. Then after that, we're going to grab a BP screw and we're going to put it right up in there. All right, so that BP screw will be sitting right there. Now that this is all completed, we got to bring our other piece to us, okay? And the way that's going to happen is these little slots that are opened up, okay, is we're going to slide them so that way basically they're going to be like this, and then we're going to slide the chair, little mount bracket here, in place, kind of like this, okay? So this is kind of how they want it. I'm assuming that we're going to be putting in the DM screws in through here, which are what I have here for this stage. Take two DM screws, slide it in here. That's going to allow our chair to go back and forth, back and forth. Okay, so here we go, guys. Note here, I would like you to know that there's a step here and a piece up here, a piece here and a piece here. So when you put this on, it'll slide within that spot. It won't go left or right or move around on you, okay? But that's what this is supposed to do. So it's like this. All right, you don't want it too tight, because if it's too tight, you're not going to be able to move the chair as freely as you'd like. Okay, now that we've had all that done up, okay, our next phase is to attach this to the bottom of our seat. So basically what's going to happen is you're going to come this way, and then you're going to mount it up just like so. All right, and it's going to go just like this. All right, and then you're going to take 4 of the BP screws, and you're going to go ahead and put those in, and that'll complete our little step here for issues that we're working on here. Okay, so now that we've gotten that all screwed in, I'm just letting you know right now that it's going to just mount onto the seat like so. We're going to grab 2 BP screws here and then 2 more for down here. Once that's completed, we'll move on to our next stage. So there you have it, guys. Ooh, it is all done. Look how snazzy that looks. Now, obviously, there's a couple screw holes here and 4 little pegs, but we'll get to what those are all about here soon enough, okay? So here we go. Let's move on to our next stage. Okay, so here we are. We have our back outer piece, the internal piece, and the exterior piece, which just looks pretty good. We have our foam piece, and we have the backing, which is going to hide the screws. We have all of our screws sitting here and our bottom half. Now, this is going to be very tricky, guys, so pay close attention. But first things first, we're going to jump in and build the back of this seat before we have to do that hard part of making it into a complete seat, guys. First things first, you place your foam in. When you place the foam in, it'll lock it into its nice little place. Then you're going to take this piece and you're just going to put it right on top, okay? The way that we're going to do this is the same that we did with the other seat. Okay, I'm going to start from the bottom, and I'm going to put that rubber right across. Then I'm going to do the same on the sides and get that rubber right on top of that plastic. All right, once all that is completed, we come back and we're going to grab some multiple screws here. Okay, we're going to be using different screws. So on the top will be a MP screw. Then the 2 that are here are going to be LP screws. Then we have the middle screw, which is here at the top. That's going to be an MP screw. Then you're going to start using the LP screws again. And then we're going to, basically finish off with just the LP screws. All right. So hang in there, guys. This is going to be one wild little adventure here. And so there you have it. All of it is all completed. We put an MP screw here and here. The rest of these are all LP screws. All right, so what I'm going to do next is we have to attach the bottom half of the seat. Okay, that's this piece, and we're going to attach it kind of like so. All right, it's going to slide right into there, and coincidentally enough, there is a little slot for that and then a slot for the screw. That's where we're going to put our BP screw in. All right, and then that will help us to lock the seat in as best we can. Okay, so now we have 2 more BP screws that we're going to use, and that is because we're going to be putting in our little plastic piece here. And as you can see, there's some holes on the side. That's going to help us to secure the seat. So first things first is obviously I have to mount this to the back here, okay? And it is a bit tricky to some extent, okay? Because once you get it on there, you want to make sure it lines up nice and neat and good, okay? So now that everything is lined up, that's where our BP screws come in handy. The BP screws will be going here and here. Do not put them in here and here, because that part is where these two pieces come into play, these two little prongs, okay? So I'm going to go ahead, put those BP screws in, and we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so the BP screws are in. Now we go ahead and we place in our cover, all right, which is also the backing to this. It's quite simple. You just slide it in, it'll lock into place. You hear that nice little awesome snap. That means that you're done. Now just remember, once you get that done and it is screwed in, that is it. There is no going back. So if you're happy with it, cool. If you're not, well, there's no going back there, guy. All right. So here's what we're going to do next. We're going to be placing in with a BP screw going into, well, going into right here to lock it in place. But we have a bracket that's going to touch here and here, which is this fancy dancy piece, and the hole in it will line up where the BP screw goes. So let's go ahead and knock out step 5. So now we test the seat out, and as you can see, it goes forward. I'll just give you an example. It goes forward and it goes backwards. All right, we're just going to keep it in this position. A lot of people probably want to keep it to where it's like, in this position, but I think I'm just going to keep it probably about here. But when it gets into the car, it's going to probably be like this. So no big deal. We'll work around it. Our next phase is obviously to attach this to the car. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring back an old piece, and we'll be good to go. Alrighty. Now, just a little note. You can see this PMD here. All right. I'm going to pop it out. Okay. This is the PMD that it originally came with. I'm going to go ahead and use it. You can go to Mike Lane Mods. They do have a more accurate depiction of this, but I'm just going to go ahead and use this because I don't feel like going to get that piece. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead, take this right off. I'm going to mount it. It goes right into this little slot right here. All right. And then that way it'll complete the chair 100% before it gets mounted into the interior. Of course, there it is. That's the PMD. I think it looks pretty good. I'm not too picky about that because I don't think people are really going to look that far into a car to see if it's small enough or the right size. But it looks good to me. So let's go ahead and knock out our next step, which is our final step of the video here today. It's going to be step 7. So we have our trusty GM screws to help us out, and I'm going to bring back that old piece. Okay, guys, so I'm going to point it out to you that there's going to be some points of contact here, 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 and here. And those points of contact, real quick, are going to be these ones. Okay, they need to go in, and then the chair gets secured through here and here, and that's going to be on the opposite side, underneath this interior portion. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you that it'll get mounted. Once it gets mounted on, you just go ahead. It's very tight now. Since you put the carpets in, it'll be extremely tight. Okay, so you're going to want to make sure everything is lined up correctly. Once it is, okay, this is where the seat will fit in nice and snug, and then you'll be able to use the GM screws on the bottom to really tighten it up. So I'm going to go ahead and knock that out, and I'll show you the finished product. Whew. Okay, guys, so this is pretty much the end of our wild ride here for building the driver's seat. I would like to let you see how everything looks here, and it does look really snazzy. So I like it. It moves just like it's supposed to. All right, it does go all the way back and it goes all the way forward. There is that little lip there that has to be there for our little turn here. But this looks pretty snazzy, guys. I kind of like it. All right, I do. All right, I'm going to leave it the way it is, but I want you guys to see how it looks here, right in there. I mean, that really looks like it's bolted to the floor. I mean, having this carpet really does accentuate how it would look on the real deal car. Now, before I like to end the video, I kind of want to know, what is your guys' opinion? Should we put the heel toe pads in, or should we just leave this empty and not use the heel toe pads? If you got some pictures of, like, say, the original Knight Rider car or Hero car having the heel toe pads, and it would be something that would be really interesting to have for this, then I will go ahead and put it in. But for now, I kind of like the way it looks now. We still have a few more stages to go before I have to really decide whether it goes in or not. But I'm leaning towards putting the heel toe pads, but then I'm like, maybe not, you know, maybe not. But we'll let you guys decide out there. But other than that, this is our video for today. I just wanted you to see how the car seat is being built. Our next video, when we cover this side, however, will be slightly different. And the reason why it'll be slightly different is because we won't go in great detail. We're just going to knock it out. All right. But other than that, guys, I do appreciate you guys stopping by our shop and checking us out. And we hope you enjoyed today's video. And well, I got to get going. So you guys out there, you keep on modeling, and we'll see you here on the next adventure of Build the Knight Rider vehicle.